What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Miguel Budgets. My name is Miguel. My content revolves around budgeting, cash stuffing, and my debt. Today I'll be talking about how much I got paid. I'll be inputting my actual pay in my budget, and I'll be cash stuffing at the end. Let's begin. So here we are, bi-weekly budget planner for the week of July. For the month of July, July 27th to the August 9th. So I did get paid. I finally got paid, and I was close to around what we budgeted or assumed we'd get paid. So I actually got paid. It's a good high number in there too, as you read in the title, $5,203 with 70 cents. So the breakdown of this was my paycheck, regular salary, my uniform allowance which was $2,100, which is an increase from last year. My education incentive was not included. As I remembered, it's going to be included in the month of August. So I just don't remember if it was going to be the first paycheck or the second paycheck. I'm gonna do some digging, and once I found out if it's going to be the first one or the second one, I'm going to go ahead and go exempt again so I can get the most out of that paycheck as well. Because, $1,200 for a bachelor's degree just to hold it. Hey, I'm trying to maximize all that cash. All right, so let's bring this down to $5,203 with 77 cents. I actually did this again with the wrong color. This actually has to be green. So excuse me while I write over this. 3 with 77. So next I did send the upgrade, which was the same as my apologies, same different color. Scratch this out, $747. And I did get an update amount on how much rent would be, and it actually dropped down a couple, like maybe $10. So yeah, rough there, around there. So it's $16,699 with 43 cents, which isn't that great. Which is pretty great, as I meant to say. That includes the rent and whatever utilities they charge here. So let's go ahead and add these numbers up. This is gonna be 747 plus 1699.43, which gives me 2,446 with 43 cents. That will subtract the 5,203 from 2,446.43, which gives me, my apologies, I see a mistake here. It wasn't 77. Here we go. Which gives me 2,757 with 34 cents. So let's go ahead and bring this down to my mandatory sinking funds. So we are going to keep the $200 grocery budget. We'll keep that there. We are going to fund the rest of the emergency fund. Cart maintenance will remain the same. Card tags, same thing. Allowance, the same. Transportation, same thing. So nothing on the mandatory sinking funds changes. So that gives me a balance of, a total of 815. So we're going to subtract the 2,757 with the 34 cents, so 815. That gives me 1942 with 34 cents. All right, so let's move on over to the sinking funds. So for the family fund, it's going to stay the same. Date fund, the same. Vacation, this will be the same, like I had mentioned before. So birthdays, that won't change. Christmas won't be getting, clothing won't be getting nothing. Skip that. Christmas won't be getting nothing. School loans won't be getting nothing. And Legos, we're gonna bump it up to 100. And there is one more sinking fund I'm going to add. And since my kids are gonna start school in the next couple weeks, I'm going to start a sinking fund just for school supplies. So we'll include that there. Obviously that wasn't included in our last budget, but I am going to be funding $100. The only reason why I'm doing 100 is because we got a list of what they want us to purchase for my kids, for our kids. And, you know, it's a short list, but, you know, it's always good to buy extra and whatnot. So, and we do have an open house August 4th. So that'll be our day that we take all the stuff that we purchased from the list and turn it into their respective classes. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up. So 40, let's do 80 since easy math. 80, 400, oh, apologies. 80 plus 400 plus 300. That gives me 780. Obviously, it's an increase from our budgeted, but that's okay. And our remainder would be 1942 with 34 cents minus 780. So that leaves me with a 1,162 with 34 cents. So let's come down to our extra debt. Obviously, we were planning to throw $2,000 at it, but that obviously included as my education incentive. But obviously, that's not included in this paycheck, so we're obviously sending a smaller amount, and that will be the remaining of what we have left. So 1162 with 34 cents. Bringing that down, and that'll bring us down to 0. So let's go do our totals. So our actual pay was $5,203 with 77 cents. Obviously, we'll do our subtraction. Let me zoom you in a little bit here. Move this up. Our bills is $2,446 with 43 cents. Our mandatory sinking funds, 815, no change. Our regular sinking funds, 780. See, there's a change, and the rest of it would be to our extra debt, which is the IRS, 1162 with 34 cents. So, doing the math and all of this, let's start from the very top. 3.77 minus 2,446.43. Sorry, there's a 1 there. 2, because that usually throws everything off. Minus 815 minus 780 minus 1162.34. 0. All right. So everything balances out, which is great. So this is our budget for the next 2 weeks. Like I said, I'm going to find out when that education incentive is going to kick in. Maybe I can go exempt once again, so I can get the most cash out of that paycheck. And obviously, who doesn't like seeing extra money in their bank account and utilizing for something they can use for? So with this out of the way, let's go ahead and cash stuff in our travel binder. All right, so here's my travel binder once again. It's pretty much my binder that I use and I take everywhere I go. It has anything I use with cash, like groceries, family fund, day fund, vacation fund, which is empty, clothing fund, birthdays, and everything in between, Christmas and my school loans. So let's go ahead and cash stuff away. So for this week, groceries, same amount, $200. So we're putting in today's date, 7/27, cash. It's gonna go $200. Let's do just them all in 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So obviously there is a balance so far, which is great. I think I'm just gonna keep it at $200 threshold. So I'm just gonna keep this for now and see how it goes. And I'll just let it accumulate just in case. I need to buy other stuff, like go to Costco, and obviously Costco's a bigger store and still considered groceries because you buy groceries there too. Not single item groceries, but you know, in bulk. Did I write that down? 200. So we have 250. Next, family fun. I actually brought that down to 0 because, you know, we go out in outings and stuff. So we're gonna do a combination. 1, 2, 3, 40. These bills are all beat up, but it's all right. Bills came from the bank, so it counts. Goes in there. Date fund, it's 40 as well. So we'll do a combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put this in the front. Vacation down to 0. We just went to Legoland. I may upload a video about that sometime soon. Still in the works. It's a short one. We didn't spend a lot of time there just because, you know, we got there late, and since we do have a pass, we can just go any other time. So I may just upload that later at a later time. Maybe even this at the weekend or something. So vacations 0, but today we are adding $400, but that's gonna go in my vaults. So we'll be skipping this one. But I did have cash here, and it's all gone. So we'll skip that. It's gonna go into the vaults on in my SoFi account. Clothing fund, we're not doing anything. And then finally, we're gonna go do birthdays, $100, so $727 cash. We're gonna do another 100, so wrap at 400. So it should be the remainder. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. Oops. So it's all in there. Let's take this all out. It's a combination of bills. So all right, so that's done. Everything else in the back, it's all getting skipped as the amount accrues and gets harder to put in. Let's seal off this bad boy. So nothing for Christmas, nothing for student loans. So that's all I have for my chart binder. Let's transition into SoFi, where I'll be allocating the rest of my funds into the respective vaults. So here we are again, my SoFi checking account. As you can see, my checking balances and my saving balances. So let's go scroll down to the recent transactions. Obviously, you can see the insurance has been taken out. That's from our previous video. It was a $1. It was an extra $1 more, but that's okay. It's small discrepancy. As you can see here, we're gonna go down all the way to where I got paid, and I got paid $5,203 with 77 cents. So let's go into our savings or our vaults, and we're gonna do our transactions into our vaults, obviously. So here we are, basic emergency fund. Like I said, we're gonna fill it up once again so we can get to the $1,000 mark. So we're gonna go and transfer. So from, yeah, it's $40. That's going there. All right, we're done. Let's go down to cart maintenance. That should have been done automatically, as you can see. Yes, it was done. Card tags should have been done as well automatically. $50, that's correct. Dry cleaning, as usual, $25, automatically done. Extra payments, this is where we're gonna go ahead. We'll do this one last once we move all this money around. So gas money, it's gonna go ahead and or transportation money, we're gonna move, oh, it's already been done. $100. Next up, Legos. Like I said, we're going to move $100, so let's move that now. 100. Alright, that's done there. So let's move down to my allowance. So we're going to move $200. Alright, that's done there. And you can see I still have a vacation balance of $400, so I'm going to make a large payment from my checking account into my credit card, my SoFi credit card. That's where I used, that's the card I used to pay for expenses during our vacation trip. So this amount will be changed completely once I make that payment, make a large payment like I said. So we're going to move $400 as mentioned in my budget. This is obviously going to be for our trip to Disneyland. So transferred there. So we may see 800 now, but that numbers will be sure to change. And finally, we're going to go ahead and open up a school supply. So we're going to add a vault. It's going to be for let's do not kids, but let's change it as other. I mean, I would do kids, but we'll do it as other. We'll put school supplies. There's no specific goal amount for this, so let's get started. Skip that. We are going to move $100, not from the savings, but from our checking. Done. 100. Transferred. Alright, so that's done. So what we have left is $36.09 with 7 cents. Like I said, I already scheduled my rent portion. Upgrade hasn't deducted its account. It hasn't deducted the amount just yet. Oh, and then let's go ahead and move over. Let's move over 1,162 with 27 cents into the extra payments. So 1,162 with 27 cents. I'm waiting for the end of the month to go and send that large payment, so it looks like it's going to be about $1,500. If you are interested in opening a SoFi checking account or SoFi savings or checking account, the referral link will be in the description below. You too can create your own vaults, and like I said, you'll be earning about 4.4% APY on your money that sits there, and your checking will be generating 0.5%. While it sits there as well. So there you have it, guys. I've shown you how much I got paid. I inputted my actual pay, my budget, I cashed stuff, and I transferred the rest of my money into my vaults. If you're interested in opening a SoFi account and have your own vaults, I have my referral link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to continue following my journey. I'll see you on the next one.